Hello everyone, today I will be discussing 4.2 and 4.3. 4.2, the theory of evolution. The theory of evolution was proposed by Charles Darwin in 1858. It essentially tells us how life changes and the processes that which it happens through. The most notable of these processes being natural selection. Natural selection is essentially a fancy biology term for saying survival of the fittest. The fittest, or the superior organisms, will live and thrive in their environments, so they will pass down their DNA and their traits down to their offspring. Now, as for the other organisms, they unfortunately will not stick around to pass their DNA on, so their traits will stop at that generation itself. If we look at the graph in the slide, a famous example of this is how the water dwellers eventually became four-legged. As we can see, it translates from fully being water dependent to amphibians and then land walkers. Another way that this can happen is through mutations, either through radiation or errors in expressing genes and proteins. These small little modifications add up over time, leading to new organisms being formed in the ecosystem. After the proposal of the theory of evolution, we needed a way to store all of this evolutionary history. This is where phylogenetic trees come in. Phylogenetic trees can simply be thought of as a very complex, large family tree. As we see, on each of the branches, a new trait has been added to the previous organism. Trees can be split into very big or very small domains. In this case, we have three major domains: bacteria, archaea, and eukaryota. Bacteria have the most simple cell structures and were among the earliest forms of life. Archaea, which are have a bit more complex cell structures than bacteria, but still quite simple, and they adapted to very extreme environments. Then we have eukaryotes, organisms with the most complex cells. This group includes plants, fungi, and animals. All of these three domains evolved from a common ancestor, but they have developed unique traits as these evolutions have occurred and new branches keep adding and adding and adding. So in short, the theory of evolution states how evolution happens, and phylogenetic trees allow us to connect all of that evolutions to each other and essentially describe how everything is related. Thank you.